We are at our European Identity and Cloud Conference, EIC 2021, here in Munich. Lunch break of day 3, and I'm sitting together with Arun of Sath. Welcome, Arun.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So, Arun, tell me a little bit about what is Sath doing. What is your sort of elevator pitch?
Today, Sath is we have a product for identity management and governance. Our tagline is right access for right people to right systems. Basically, it's IGA. For last 18 years, I co-founded Sath 18 years ago. In last 16 years, we were a services company. We just pivoted from a services company to a product company. Worked with all sorts of identity management, governance systems. And every time I work with something, I'm like, I could do better than that. So finally, I put my money where my mouth is, and we built a new system, ground up, cloud native identity management system.
So you're saying it's cloud native. So you're IDA's IGA vendor. IGA, for the ones who are not that familiar with the terminology, IGA stands for Identity Governance and Administration. And in fact, it is the combination of user lifecycle management, so the joiner and mover and leaver, of the identity provisioning, so creating the accounts in the various target systems, and the access governance, so requesting the access, maybe via roles, doing the access reviews, ensuring that it's only the appropriate access. So this is what you're doing?
Right, exactly. So we do everything from provisioning, reconciliation, attestation, certification, you name it, workflows. It's a full-fledged identity management system.
Okay, and so you're one of these vendors that we see more emerging. And you said you do it cloud native. So you build up your product from the ground to be cloud native. Where does it run?
So cloud native, it's interesting. So it can run, we provide it as a software as a service. You can run it on-prem, either a single instance Docker container or Kubernetes, or your choice of cloud infrastructure cloud like GCP, AWS, Azure. It's basically you need Docker or Kubernetes to run it.
So you created, in effect, a solution that is microservices architecture, so modern architecture, put it into containers, and then let a customer decide about a model, which could be an MSP somewhere in between, whatever the customer really needs to have.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And so that also means the customer has the full choice of, for instance, the data centers, etc.
Exactly.
He's not locked into a certain infrastructure.
Absolutely, yes.
And with Sath having been a services company, to which extent do you also then deliver sort of a managed service, or?
So we used to do managed services. Now, not anymore. Our managed services, our services is software as a service right now. Okay. We manage that. We have partners that do managed services. So we are enabling partners to learn our technology, our platform. They can do better. They know the client better, and we help with the software. So we don't do typical managed services, but we enable managed services partners.
Yeah. And so where would you see your specific strengths as an IDA's IGA solution? So what you feel makes you stand out?
So the biggest thing, I'm going to give a talk a little later, but the biggest thing I say, I don't promise success. I promise failures, fast failures that you can implement your solution, the things that you want to design, and do it really fast. I mean, by the time it takes you to implement one of the legacy products or competitor products to get your connections and everything working, you would have 3 or 4 iterations with our platform. So that's what we're selling. And with any management systems, doing services over so many years, the biggest roadblock that I've seen is the amount of time it takes to implement a thought, a business model. This is what our process is going to be looking like today. And we implement it, certain things work, certain things don't, and the client is unhappy. So we go ahead and say, let's go build your process. It's almost rapid application design, agile, DevOps model, but an identity management system. One of the things that we are promising, just as a starting point for smaller organizations, larger, 0 to 80 in 30 minutes. So in 30 minutes, including the download, setup, install, we can give you a full entire life cycle of all your Active Directory accounts and entitlements with our product. 30 minutes.
So you're doing both, because at the beginning it sounded a little like more developer centric, but at the end you're saying we come with a a good foundation of standards and processes, etc., to make it work from the very beginning.
Absolutely.
And we are easy to customize in an agile development approach.
Absolutely.
Does it summarize it
Yes.
well? And I assume coming with a container-based deployment with a microservices architecture is also that what you customize. So when it comes to coding, and at some point it mostly comes to coding in IGA, this is then segregated into additional microservices so that you don't end up. I think this is one of the challenges we see.
Right.
A lot of customers then struggled with the major updates and said, "Oh, all my customizations don't work as expected."
Yeah.
This is what you avoid.
Yeah, absolutely. So there are a couple of things. Coming from a development background, I love development. So you want to have the code. So we support our APIs. You can take our containers and you can write your own APIs. You can build on top of it. We have a no-code/low code workflow engine that I built from ground up. So for a security analyst, business analyst, you can literally, and I promise you this is not overblown promise. We work a lot on this, but you can build workflows, just drag and drop, browser based, and you can run the entire, you don't have to know how to code to build your workflows and to build your business processes. But if you want to code it, you build your microservices, write your APIs, and make it work. So you have both the worlds.
You have the best of both worlds in some way.
And it scales.
Okay, so thank you very much for giving us a quick impression of what Sath is doing.
Yeah.
An interesting play in the IDaaS IGA market.
Right.
One thing customers need, modernize their IGA. So thank you very much, Arun, for taking the time. And thank you for listening in to this talk.
Thank you. I'm excited about things, and thank you for the event. It was pretty nice.
Thank you.